Alright, in this Geek Tip video, I'm going to show you how to use the location services inside of Windows 11. Now, Windows will always try to give you the best search results, try to find the closest servers for downloading updates, yada yada yada. It wants to, know its location. And you can actually use this to your advantage. You can actually allow applications to find, different services or attractions or the weather, news. These are things that are relative to your location, and Windows can provide the applications installed on it your location. So, but let's get into the location services real quick, and we'll delve into it a little bit more, and I'll show you one of the really neat features of it. So there's three ways to get there. To bring up the settings app real quick, I'm just going to run through it real quick. The start button. You hit the start button plus I will bring up the actual start for the settings app. We can left click on the start button, bring up the start menu and go to the settings here, or we can right click on the start button and left click on settings to bring it up there. So once we bring up the settings app, now we need to come down the left hand column to privacy and security. Then we're going to scroll down the right hand column, and right underneath app permissions is location. So by default, location services is turned off on desktops. Laptops, majority of times, should be turned on. So now we're going to bring up that menu real quick. Default location has nothing to do. Well, it doesn't affect location services. In fact, you can set your default location, turn off your location services, and you can really do some cool, say if you're planning on going on a trip to New York City and you want to find restaurants or attractions around your hotel. You want to know what the weather's going to be like, yada yada yada. You can actually go in here and set your default location, and then Windows will actually tell, like, your browser or the news app, the different applications, and it'll report your actual location as being that. But if you turn on the location services, this is where Windows actually will use your IP address, your Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi hotspots, cell phone towers, GPS. It just depends on what devices you have inside of your computer. I think it actually uses kind of Bluetooth too, but don't say anything. But it uses all these things, and it will actually automatically triangulate your location. So now, under the Let Apps Access Your Location, we turn that on. We're actually going to come down. We'll expand it out. We're going to see a list of the applications. Now, these are default installed applications that come with Windows 11. So these are what were called the Universal Windows apps when they originally came out. It's a remnant of Windows 8. So it's just like your tiles in Windows 10. You had the little tiles on one side, and but you down below all these apps here, you can actually see. You can turn it on so you can let news know where your location is. Weather, you want to turn that on so it knows where you're located, so it can give you the correct weather. You also want to give your desktop apps. This will work too, but your set default is a great way to make sure you get right on the money, spot on location. And I'm going to show you that real quick. So we really don't need location services, like I said, to set our default location. So we're going to click on set default location. All right. So we're going to brings up the Maps app. We're going to set our default location. And Geeks in Phoenix. Boom. Perfect. So there's our default location. We click on change. We'd actually, change to another address. So, but that's basically how you can set your default. You close that, you're set. You can go back in. You'll see it's set there. Now it will actually tell the browsers and all the rest of the applications that's where you're at. So this is one really great feature for doing research. I like to say if I were planning on going out of town, going to San Francisco, I'd go ahead and turn on default location. I'd zoom out. I'd use Windows Map to get it over to San Francisco. I'd find my hotel, and then I'd start searching, and then I'd be able to find restaurants and museums and tourist attractions around where I was located. So this is a really cool feature that nobody really knows about. So that's basically it. You can actually clear your location history. After a while, it will build up. After a while, it builds up the cache of different locations. So if you clear that, it just pretty much wipes out all the history in the map. So, but you can allow location override if you use remote access software like remote desktop. That way you can actually change the location. Say if you're coming in from Seattle, Washington into a computer that's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, you can reset your computer location in Albuquerque, New Mexico to Seattle, Washington. So that's a neat little feature there too. You can actually take a look and see what applications have access your location too. And that's a week's worth of information there. So, but other than that, it's a cool little feature. Like I said, that default location is probably one of the best little hidden features for travelers that nobody knows about. So, all right. So, if there's any more geek tips you're looking for, Windows 11 or any other versions, go on over to Geeks in Phoenix. All right. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.